Hey everyone, this is Elias from Match Media, and today we are going to review the very big and very powerful DaranEner NEO2000 power station. Now, yeah, this guy packs a good amount of punch, so let's get started. Now let's get started talking about the DaranEner NEO2000 power station. What this basically is, it's a big battery that you simply plug into the wall, it charges it up, and then you can disconnect and take it on the go or use it in cases of emergencies at home. So let's talk about some specs and then we'll talk about how I'm planning to use this guy. So to get through some specs, we're dealing with a 2073.6 watt per hour capacity. So this also can output 2000 watts of AC output, which basically means this thing can power a lot of devices, a lot of high powering devices. So starting with simple things like phones, you know, drone batteries, camera batteries, small fans, electric blankets, small refrigerators, car refrigerators, air conditioners, even full-size refrigerators, heaters, microwave. If you need to wash things, washing machines, dryers, even tools as well. So yeah, this thing really packs a punch to basically power up a lot of things. Now, when we get talking about the ports, so this thing has 14 different ports of connections. We have 3 AC outputs, which I love these covers. They're nice. They're nice to keep them closed and clean and no debris and protect the unit itself. But when you have something connected, we have 3 AC outputs that can output 2000 watts on them. And here on the side, we are going to have the car socket, or what's often called as the cigarette lighter, and this guy can output 120 watts on there. And then right underneath here as well, we have the 4 inputs or the outputs for DC power at 120 watts there as well. And come over to the middle, we have our USB-A connections. We have 4 of them, which is nice. They power up to 18 watts on that. And probably my favorite is the USB-C connections, which are 2 of them, and they pump out 100 watts from them. So they can definitely power some bigger devices like laptops. And yeah, that's really crazy how you can have all of those connections in a box like this to power up at the same time. Now, the other thing that I really love about this is they don't call it a port, but I want to say it's probably the 15th. And what that is the wireless charging pad. So you can put your phone there to charge and you will be getting 10 watts of charging power from that unit. Yeah, it's nice. It's been awesome that I don't have to have a cable when I've been putting this guy to some use, and just a matter of placing my phone on there and it's ready to charge. And the other thing I really love about this is the handles. The handles are really nice because this isn't a light guy. It's 56.4 pounds. Now, yes, that can sound like a lot, but the way that these handles were placed, the distance, and the fact that they have little grooves on the inside makes this such an easy thing to carry. I actually brought this big guy up to the 2nd floor, which is where my room is, to film it and to put it to some use. But it was, even though it's 56 pounds, it was very easy to carry. And it also lets you, you can have it as a 2-person thing to carry, but yeah, I love these handles. They're nice and sturdy. They don't feel like they're gonna break or anything, so I am loving this design we have there. And also, we have the LCD display, which is nice and clear. I love the brightness to it as well, so no complaints on there. Love that design. Now, the other thing, when we get this big guy turned around, is this. So we have an LED emergency light with different modes. So you're able to turn this guy on, and it has different modes. So we have different brightness. Sorry about the strobe for that. But yeah, it's nice to have, you know, just another built-in feature that is really nice and clean as well. So nothing kind of protruding as a lamp or anything. So it is nice to have that as a feature right in there. So let's get this guy turned. Now, let's talk about the battery. The battery inside, we're looking at an EV grade LiFePO4 battery. What's great about this is it's all about safety, because with these things, it's always a big concern of, you know, especially using it in a home, any fire risk. Not with this. Not with this, because we do have the fact that this type of battery will not ignite. So meaning it's not going to create a flame if something were to happen to this, and it won't ignite below 800 degrees. So, so it will definitely take a significant amount. And if it were to happen, you aren't going to get any flame. It is just a matter of smoke. So you do have that safety feature in these, which is really nice to hear, because again, a lot of times you may, you know, this may be used indoors in your house, and you want to make sure that your house is safe for your friends and family members. But yeah, that's good to hear that they decided to go with a safe route with that. Now, when we're dealing with charging this guy, that was the thing that really blew my mind. We were able to get this guy charged in under 2 hours. So DaranEner says that from 0 to 80%, it's gonna take about 1.5 hours to charge, and about 1.8 to charge it to its full capacity. Let me tell you, they are 100% correct, because when I took this out of the box, plugged it in, I was ready to go in under 2 hours. That's insane. And the amount of charge this provides for all my devices was crazy. And the reason why is because the input amount, basically how much power it can bring in to charge that battery, we're looking at 1200 watt input, while other units can be about 200. So it takes them a lot longer to charge, and this guy a lot less. So even though it's a massive size battery unit, it's definitely quick to charge, which is good. You don't want to be spending time and, you know, having to take a while for this to charge. Now, the other thing is, if you don't charge it with your wall outlet in your house, you also have the option of using a 600 watt solar input power, which is right in here. You have the connector there, and it does come with the cable for that. So you have that there, and you plug in your solar panels. And if you have a unit that can provide about 600 watt of power, you're looking at about 4 hours to get this big guy charged, which isn't bad. Which isn't bad to you know, use the power of the sun when you're on the go, if you're out on adventures, to harness a lot of your power for later. Now, as far as using this for your home, just gonna run through some things about how much power you can get out of this, or how much times you can get out of this. So if you have a light with about 12 watts, you're looking at about 170 hours worth of juice from this guy for that light. Your iPhone, you can charge about 181 times. That's insane. So yeah. And again, you can use the wireless charger, you can use USB-C, you can use the USB-A, you can use your own charging little block in here. You have just so many options for that phone. Now, if it's cold and you're needing to warm up use an electric blanket, one that's about 60 watts, you're gonna be dealing with about 31 hours of usage of that electric blanket on a charge of the Neo 2000. A refrigerator, that's about 300 watts, looking at about 6 hours. So you can make sure your food stays nice and cold for about that time. And microwave, yeah. If you're needing to make some quick things, about a 1200 watt microwave, you can get about 1.6 hours worth of usage on that. So yeah, some great numbers. Again, all on just 2 hours worth of charge. That is crazy. And let's say we take this out on an adventure, if you happen to have a drone that you're, documenting all your adventures, that guy can get charged 159 times. And an electric grill, you're looking at about 1.7 hours because you're gonna wanna eat. And if you wanna watch some movies through a projector, 31 hours worth of movie watching. And if you happen to have one of those small fridges that are nice for your car, we're looking at about 47 hours worth of power for that unit. And yeah, again, you're not gonna be slowed down by lack of power. Now this unit will provide a pure sine wave inverter, which is great to make sure your devices don't get damaged. One of the biggest things that doing some research on different power units was the fact that not a lot of them provide pure sine wave. A lot of them are correction wave, which what basically that means is the electricity is not going to be as consistent, and some devices that are very sensitive to drops in power can feel like if they got disconnected. Hard drives. I'm gonna be using this to hook up some of my computer devices, and hard drives are crucial to make sure they have the amount of power they need and the correct clean power that they need. So yeah, great to hear that this unit offers that option. And the fact that this guy comes with a 5-year warranty, yeah, that's gonna be your peace of mind to make sure that you have this guy for a long time. Now, how am I going to use this? Well, as you guys know, I am building a project car. I'm planning on taking the car to a Project Miata, and I'm planning on taking it to autocross sessions and also to track day sessions. Now, a lot of times, on autocross, you're literally in a parking lot, nowhere to plug anything in. Not anymore. So I'm glad I have this guy because I am gonna be plugging virtually anything that I need. My power tools, yes, plug this guy in to make sure that my power tools have fully charged batteries. My USB-A, my AA batteries. Yeah, this guy I can plug in for my microphones. My microphones use AA's. Now, my camera chargers have USB-A on this here, so I can charge that. My GoPros have USB-C connections on them. So, and I also have things like my battery pack to jump my Miata in case the car battery dies. So all of these great things are gonna be charged by this. If I forget to charge one accidentally, or if I just need the additional power, maybe I drain one, or even if anyone, especially in autocross, that it's such a, again, we're in the middle of a parking lot majority of the times, and there's nowhere to hook up, and it's all a community. We're all helping each other out. This guy's gonna probably help out a lot of people in making sure that if someone needs a power hookup, they're gonna be able to connect to my guy and get them charged, whether it's for their tools, for any cameras. And again, I'm gonna be documenting all these things. So I'm gonna be putting GoPros on the Miata, and those things drain so fast. So having this as a battery backup, and I don't have to have a secondary, car that's charging only certain ports, just bring this guy with me and I am good to go. Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed my quick discussion on the DaranEner NEO2000 power station. Yeah, I'm excited to use this guy. Well, remember, make sure you have the ports to charge. See ya.